All right, so you have an iPad and you want to try digital planning, but you're not quite sure where to start. Don't worry, friend, I got you covered. This is part 5 of the iPad Beginner's Guide, and we're going to be breaking down what digital planning is and how to get started. Let's get into it. Now, there are a few ways that you can digital plan. Digital planning can be as simple as creating a to-do list in the Reminders app, or using Apple Calendar or your Google Calendar to plan out your day, week, or month. One of the most popular ways to digital plan is using a digital planner in an annotated note app. And there are a couple of apps that you can choose from, like Notability, GoodNotes, Penly, NoteShelf, and that's just naming a few of them. The apps allow you to upload your planner onto your iPad, and from there you can use your digital planner just like you would a paper planner. Now, the digital planner itself is a hyperlinked PDF. Once you upload the PDF into the app, then you can write on your planner or customize it with stickers using your Apple Pencil or a stylus that's compatible with your iPad. Now, keep in mind this is a PDF, so you're going to have to look at this like an electronic piece of paper. It's not going to give you automations. You're going to have to add everything to your planner like you would a paper planner. But the convenience of having a digital planner is you don't have to carry around multiple books or notebooks. You're going to have everything conveniently located on one device and easily accessible. And you'll also have the convenience of having your planners and notebooks synced across all of your devices, so you'll have access to them at all times. Most of the note-taking apps have a free version that you can use to test out the app, and I would suggest using a couple of the apps to find out which app works best for you. Once you find the app that you're most comfortable with, you can make the purchase and then get the full version of the app. I use GoodNotes for my digital planning, and that's the app that we'll be focusing on today. Now, GoodNotes does offer a free version, and with the free version, you can use up to 3 notebooks or planners in the app. If you want the full version of GoodNotes, it's going to be a yearly cost of $9.99 or a one-time cost of $29.99. And I will say at first, when I saw the $29.99 price tag, I did give it a little side eye. But since the update to GoodNotes 6, they have been getting new features frequently, like on a weekly, monthly basis. To get started with GoodNotes, the first thing you'll need to do is go to the App Store and download the app. Once you have the app downloaded, one thing I like to suggest to beginners is to use the app to make sure that this is what you want to do and you like digital planning before you start investing your money into buying digital planners. There are also free planners that you can use from digital planner creators. I personally have a free planner, and I'll put the link for that below if you want to try that out before you purchase a planner. GoodNotes has pre-installed templates that you can use to create a notebook and add planning pages to it. Just select the plus icon and choose notebook. From here, you can customize the cover of your notebook, the planner page color, and you can choose the template that you want to use. Now, if you scroll down, there are planner pages you can use, and one of them is a monthly template. Once you've selected your template, hit create, and now you can use this page to plan out your month to see if digital planning is for you. Now, when it comes to choosing a digital planner, there are hundreds of planners to choose from, and you also have the option of creating your own planner. I have a tutorial that walks you step by step on how to create a digital planner using your iPad, Keynote, and an Apple Pencil, and I'll link that below. Another suggestion that I have is to create a list and think about the ways that you want to use your digital planner, so you can look for a planner that meets your needs. Consider the way that you want to use your planner, the areas that you want to plan for, and how frequently you want to plan. I've created 2 digital planners, the All Things Planner for anyone who likes to have a wide variety of templates and planning options, and I also have the Daily Planner, which is more of a simple minimalistic planner. Some things I look for in a digital planner are hyperlinks, easy navigation, monthly and weekly planning, and what templates are included for you to plan with. All right, so when you download your digital products, sometimes you'll get a link to a PDF that you have to download. Creators use the PDFs because the file is too large to add to Etsy, and from here I can hyperlink the file from Dropbox or Google Drive to take you to your download. All of the planners come with a download guide like this, and this is hyperlinked to take you to Google Drive to download your planner. From here, you can't use your Apple Pencil because this opens in files, and if you use the Apple Pencil, it's just going to write on the form. So even though it's hyperlinked, you'll use your finger to navigate the hyperlinks. So on this PDF, it's hyperlinked to take you to a download guide, and this will walk you through the steps that I'm about to take you through. If you have any questions, you can refer back to this. It's basically all the steps that you need to take to download your product. There's also a link for digital planning tips if you're new to digital planning. I have in here how to use your hyperlinks, how to add pages, how to change the cover in your planner. These are just some quick tips to get you started. And this last page is the use for the Apple Calendar integration in the planner. So if you want to add that, this is the link and the directions that you would use to do that. So coming back to the first page, if you select download planner, it's going to take you to choose either a Sunday start or a Monday start. We're going to go with Sunday start, and when you select Sunday start, it'll pop up with the link to take you to Google Drive. So you're going to select open, and from here you're going to select the three dots at the top. In this drop down, you can select open in. Now it's exporting the planner and it's putting it in your file, but you can also add it straight to GoodNotes from here by selecting open in GoodNotes. From here, you can select the location that you want to use for your planner. Now, documents is like your main page, and if you have any subfolders, you can add them to your folders here. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to open it in documents, and I'm going to import it as a new document. And now your planner is in GoodNotes and ready to use. All right, so now that we have the planner downloaded, let me show you a few quick tips to get started. So you're gonna open your planner, and to open it, you just tap on the planner and it'll open. When it opens, this is the toolbar that you'll see. Let's go across the toolbar first. So this 4 squares, this is like your view to see everything that's in your planner at a quick glance. You can see all the pages that are contained in the planner. The planner includes 10 covers. You can select the cover that you want to use for your planner. I'm going to go with this 2025 here, and you can select edit, and from here you can delete pages. Now you want to be careful when you're deleting pages out of your planner, because sometimes when you delete them, it can break the hyperlink. So make sure it's a page that you no longer want in your planner. But if you accidentally delete it, I can show you how to bring it back. So let's say while I'm deleting these, I accidentally delete the 2025 that I wanted to keep. And I'm gonna select more and then move the trash. Now I don't have a planner cover on the planner at all. So to get the cover back for the planner, you're gonna go to this home, and this tool here, when you select it, it's gonna take you to your trash. From here you can bring back any pages that you don't mean to delete. So I can select this here and recover, and it'll put all the covers back into the planner, and we can start over. And that will bring back the pages that you've deleted, and you can use them in your planner. Even with your hyperlink pages, they'll still be hyperlinked that you'll be able to use them. So if you ever accidentally delete a page, that's how you bring it back. So I'm going to select more and move these to trash, and now I have one planner cover. This next icon, this magnifying glass, you can use this to search for any terms in here. So if I wanted to type in goals, it'll bring up all the pages that you have in your document with goals on the template. It'll even read your handwriting. So if you were using your planner and there was something that you wanted to search for quickly, you can use this search bar to add it in, and it will search your whole planner and pull up the pages with that information on it. This next feature is your AI tool, and this is where you can ask GoodNotes any questions like you would ChatGPT, and it'll give you responses. So I'm going to type in, how do I create a productive day, and see what it gives me. And see, here it is. It gives you a morning routine, what you need to start with, your affirmations, self-care practices, how to organize your work, daily productivity strategies, and an evening routine. This is a nice feature to have, that you're able to quickly access the AI tool within GoodNotes. This next tool is your editing tool. So right now the planner is in what we like to call read mode. So in read mode, this is the easiest way to use your hyperlinks. So if I were to go to this next page, these are all hyperlinked, and the tabs on the side are hyperlinked to take you to whatever page it is in your planner. So if you wanted to jump to January, you're going to select this January and it's going to jump there. The vision board, it's going to jump to the vision board. So when you're in edit mode and you touch a hyperlink, it's just going to go to whatever the hyperlink is that you select. Now, when you open this pen tool up, it's going to give you your editing toolbar. So now you're in edit mode. From here, you just can't tap on it to access your hyperlinks. It's going to use the tools that you have here. Now, you can use your hyperlinks in edit mode. One way to do it is to select it with your finger and it'll jump. And you can also use your lasso tool and hold, and it'll ask you if you want to open the link. And when you open the link, it'll jump to the page. So now let's quickly go through the toolbar. This first tool here is your pen tool, and you have 3 different pen options you can use: the fountain pen, the ball pen, and a brush pen. This next one is your pencil tool. You have an eraser with 3 different types of erasers that you can use. You have a highlighter. This one is your tape tool. This is your shape tool, and this one allows you to draw shapes. So when the shape tool is on, and let's say you can't draw a straight, let me go to another page and do this where you can actually see me drawing the shape out. So if you draw a shape, I can't draw a square, a straight square, but that's okay, because if I draw it and hold, let's do it again. So I can't draw a straight square. When you draw a square and you hold on it, it'll straighten your square out. And it'll do that for any shape that you're trying to draw. And to get rid of the lines, you can just double tap, or you can hit the back button and it'll take the line off of it. The next tool is the lasso tool, and this tool is probably one of the ones I use the most in GoodNotes besides the pen or the highlighter. This tool allows you to cut, delete, move things around in your planner. This lasso tool is like a magic wand that you can use through GoodNotes. The next tool is the elements tool, and this is a place where you can store your stickers, and I've even used it when I have repetitive things going on my calendar. Let's say that I have reoccurring meetings for work. I've written them down in my planner and then lassoed them and added them to my elements tool. And now whenever I'm planning out my week for work, I can just paste this in and it'll have the days that I'm having those meetings that recur every week or every month. This next icon is for your sticky note, and you can select the color that you want to use for your sticky note and use these circles around the edges of the box to make it bigger or smaller. And of course you can write inside the sticky note. You can use the text box, or you can use the pen tool and write inside the sticky note. This next icon is your photo tool. You can use this to bring in pictures that you have saved to your iPad quickly. So if I wanted to add in my most recent thumbnails, this is how I would pull them in. Then you have your text toolbox. The next tool is your zoom tool. And when you use this, it magnifies whatever area this box is in. So if you wanted to write something in your planner, you would put the box here and then come down at the bottom and you would write it in. And it just magnifies the space so you can write in, so you can better see the area that you're writing in. It's really helpful when you look at it on one of the templates. Let me go to a template. So when you come to the template and you use the magnifier, if you put it on the space that you're working on, so I want to work on my goals, when you get ready to write your goal in, it just magnifies the area so it's easier for you to stay in between the lines, the spacing. It just helps improve your handwriting on the iPad using this tool. This next tool is your timer. So if you're working and you want to take breaks, scheduled breaks, or just a reminder that you need to leave or do something in a certain amount of time, you can use this timer tool within the app. And this is the area, if you have any tools that you want to add, like I don't use the laser and the ruler, sometimes I don't use it a lot. They're hidden from up here. You basically can use this to customize your toolbar. So tool customization, if there's anything that you want to remove, you just come here and take it off your toolbar and you can add it down here. You still have access to it, it's just not on the toolbar. You can come to this little section here, the drop down, and that's where you can access the tool. And these dots right here on the side, these are the colors of whatever the tool is that you're working on. So for sticky notes, this is where you would change the colors. If you were using the pen tool, this is where you would come change the colors and select your line. So you have different line options for the pen too. You can use a solid, dashed, or dotted. And then for your highlighter, you also can choose the colors. And once you select the color in these dots, these are like your favorites that you can store up here, and they're always here until you change it. So if I wanted to change this out for purple, I could keep it up here in my favorites, and it's quickly accessible. So I can just bounce between the colors on the highlighters. Now, this was just a quick overview of the tools in GoodNotes. I have a thorough beginner's guide that goes through the interface for GoodNotes. It talks about all the tools. I give you examples on how to use the tools. All the tools up in your main bar, I show you how to use that. I'm going to link this here so you can go through that. It's my crash course for GoodNotes. So that's the next video that I suggest you watch. And from there, if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll be glad to answer them. What I do want to show you next is for the colors that I have for my highlighters and my pen colors that I have. When you first go into GoodNotes, you don't have this many options. So let me show you how to add in the color options for your pen and your highlighters. And this is across the board. Any area that you have colors for your sticky notes, it's going to be the same process for everything. So let me show you how to get free colors. And I'm also going to show you how to add in free fonts to GoodNotes. So let's start with the hex codes for your colors first. So to get the hex codes, that's the code that you put in for the color. I like to use the Pinterest app. When you go to Pinterest and get it open, you'll search for hex code. And you can see all these different options. Like if you wanted hex codes for blues or you wanted neutral colors, that's what you would search for. And it will give you color palettes too. So if I select this color palette, it's going to come up with all these different color palettes that you can use to get pen colors and highlighter colors. Now, some of them have them broke down into pen and highlighter colors for you already. Let's do this one. These are pen colors. This code here is what you want to add into GoodNotes. So I'm going to do, I got to do one that's easy to remember. Oh, let me show you this too. So I said that I have to do one that's easy to remember, but I don't really. So what I can do is use my planner in landscape. I can use my planner in landscape, use these three dots, split view it, open GoodNotes. So now you can add in the hex codes that you want to use into GoodNotes. And what I like to do is make this side a little smaller with the hex codes so I can see the full functions of the toolbar. Select one of the color dots and then you're going to go to custom. From here where it says add preset, this is where you're going to add in the hex code. And the first one we're going to type in is 8E, 8E, 8E. I don't know why I can't see this lot going on. I can't see the code. So I'm going to minimize the keyboard and you just pinch in to minimize the keyboard, so I can see the hex code that I'm typing in. And see, that was crazy. Look at all those numbers that it was typing in. Let's delete that out and start over. So I'm going to go in and put in 8E, 8E, 8E. And the dot will turn to the color that you've added the hex code in. And once you have the hex code in, you'll select this plus sign and it adds it to your, I like to say, your color library. And what I have done, I've gotten a little off, as you can see down here. I've just been adding in hex codes, but I like to color coordinate mine. So I put all of my greens and neutral colors together so they're easier to find when I'm going in and looking for my colors. I mean, that's not mandatory, but that's just what I do to organize my colors. So that's how you add in colors for your pen, highlighter, anything you need colors for. That's how you add in the hex code for it. Now let me show you the process for downloading a font. The first thing you want to do is go to the App Store and you're going to search for the app iFont. iFont is the app that's going to allow you to download fonts for free on your iPad. Now the fonts that you download, you can only use for personal use. You can't use these to recreate digital planners with them and sell them. Anything you're going to do with profit, you have to get a commercial license for those. But as long as you're just using them for personal use, there are hundreds of fonts that you can use using this iFont app. And these are the websites that you can choose from. I typically get mine from the font. And on this website, if you have a font that you found from someone, you can search for it here. It gives you the category for the different fonts and you can just come in and look at the fonts. So once you found a font that you want to download, you're going to select download. From here, now if you're still looking for fonts, you want to select import and continue browsing. I'm just going to import it because I only want to download this one font. If you import and continue searching, once you have all of your fonts, you can add them all at one time using that function. So once you've imported the font, it's going to show up here. You want to select install. I'm going to select continue, and you want to select allow. Now it's going to give you this profile downloaded. You want to close, and you're going to go to your settings now to finish the download process. So you're going to select open settings, and you'll see this profile downloader pop up. When you select that, it's going to take you through the process of downloading your file. So you want to select install. You're going to type in your passcode, then install again, install, and now the font's installed. So this one's called A Year Without Rain. So now that the font is installed, we're going to go back into GoodNotes. And to access the fonts that you download, you're going to select the text tool. When you select the text tool, you'll see this come up. You're going to see whatever font that you're using is going to pop up right here. In this box, you want to select this box and all of your fonts will show up here. So A Year Without Rain is the first one. That's the font. Once you select it, you'll be able to use that font in your planner. Now, the thing about GoodNotes is I've selected this font. When I come off of this, it's going to immediately go back to the font that I have saved as my default font. So once you've selected your font that you want to use, you've added in a new font, this is the font that you want to use, you can change the size of the font to make it your perfect size for writing in your planner. You want to come back to your text box, drop this down, and save it as your default. Now, if I write and I come out of it, it keeps this Year Without Rain at this size that I want until I change it again. So that's how you add in your free fonts and set your font in the GoodNotes app. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. And don't forget to check out the GoodNotes crash course video next. All right, y'all, till next time.